Hello, it is I, Mr. Brightside. I need an intro. I know, it sucks. Whatever. Give me ideas. If you can't tell, which is amazing if you can't tell, I'm sick right now. And my voice sounds really weird and whatever. But I have today for you guys a tag. Oh wow, I'm so original. The tag is the gender tag, but you already knew that because you read the title, right? Right? Since you're such smart people and know how to read titles, you know what this video is gonna be about. It's gonna be about gender and the discussion of gender. If you are someone who's very closed-minded about gender and is just here to go on a rampage, please f*** off. This is not for you. This is for me talking about me and my identity and gender and stuff. This is not for you to debate whether I'm valid or not. Thanks, bye. The questions that I'm answering will be down in the description. Boo Boo's gonna help me answer these things. You can't see him, but he just rubbed up against me. That's his tail. So enjoy hearing his bell throughout the video. Thanks, Boo. Let's get into, Boo Boo, go away. The first question, which is, how do I identify myself? I identify as a gender. A being the prefix meaning not or without, and then gender obviously meaning gender. So that means without gender. So I am without gender, I am gender neutral, I am a gender neutral stick. A gender to me means that I am neutral all the time. I am like, everybody has to take a double take being like, is that a boy or a girl? I don't know. And the answer is, I'm neither. What a surprise! But that's why I like it, is because I can wear whatever I want in whatever combination I want and still fit in that label, if you're gonna put it that way. Because I mean, I could also identify as gender fluid, but to me gender fluid means that I have to be strictly dressing like a dude or strictly dressing like a girl. I can't, I mean, not to say that I can't be the happy neutral, but the thing is that I'm the happy neutral all the time. I'm neither full girl or full guy by choice. Next question is, what pronouns do I prefer? I prefer they, he, but that's literally my preferred pronouns. I know there's a post that Tumblr made, yay Tumblr, Tumblr's a mixed bag, that Tumblr made saying like, it's not preferred pronouns, it is your pronouns. And for me, that doesn't really apply because I'm gender neutral, and so people get confused and they're not gonna know to call me this or that right away. So I'm lenient, so they are my preferred pronouns. I prefer it if you call me they or he kind of idea. Like either masculine pronouns or neutral pronouns. I would prefer you not call me she, but if you need to for yourself to understand me, then go ahead. As long as you're not trying to make fun of me with those pronouns, you can call me she, but I would prefer, oh my god, if you called me he or they. And also, I'm lenient in the sense of I don't force my parents to call me by my preferred pronouns. To them, I'm always gonna be their daughter Mary. That's fine, I don't care, they're my parents and they brought me up thinking that's all they were gonna call me, so I'm not gonna force them to change that. They've been doing it for all my life, so why would I want to change this habit that's been going on for years? I feel like that's a little, you know, selfish. So, and that's just my opinion. Most people don't go that way, and they want their parents to call them by their preferred pronouns and their preferred name. I'm lenient, I don't care. Next question is about my style and how I dress. My style of clothing is t-shirt, black jeans, white sneakers, and a hat. Sometimes the hat's on, sometimes the hat's off, depending. It's usually on. And if it's cold out, I'll wear a hoodie. That's just my go-to. That's the most clothing I have. I have mostly t-shirts and I only have jeans. I mean, I have shorts, but usually it's cold. I mean, for right now it's been cold. It's only, what month is it? May. It's literally the last day of May. It's gonna be June soon, so I'll be in shorts now. But yeah, that's usually my go-to outfit. Depending on the circumstance, usually that's like my going to school, going to work, going to like, you know, that's just my everyday outfit. Formal occasions, I'm still trying to get used to the whole idea that I have like not so much accepting my identity, but more of just getting used to actually identifying with that. So for formal occasions, I usually still go really feminine because that is my biological sex, not my gender. Gender is different. Gender is up here, not like it's a mental illness or something, because I used to hate it when people would be like, gender's in your head. It's like, no, it's not. It's not in your head. It's how you perceive yourself, which is your brain. Your brain perceives yourself as your gender. Your brain doesn't have to perceive yourself as its sex. It doesn't have to associate those two things together. Holy shit. So I'm trying to get used to not going feminine. I recently just went to go apply for a job and I came in a nice button-up and pants. Normally I would have gone in pants and a nice blouse because that's what I'm used to doing. But this time I didn't, and it felt pretty cool. I recently went to prom, and for occasions like that, where again, this has to do with more my parents were giving birth to me, they were like, oh, we have a girl, awesome. I can't wait to see my daughter in her prom dress or something like along those lines, you know, or in her homecoming dress and stuff like that. So I would like to honor those wishes or hopes that they have had for these amount of years. And I wore a dress to prom, and I wore makeup, and I did my makeup myself. I do my makeup. We'll get to that later, but I wore a dress. I dressed very femininely. I had heels, I had a bag, I had all this stuff, and that's because I know that my mom and dad couldn't wait to see their daughter's prom dress, and that's what I did. I honored that hope and dream that they had. Maybe next year for prom I can go in a tux. Who knows? I might still go in a dress. I don't know. But I do this for school dances, is that for homecoming I wear a dress, and then for the winter formal I wear a tux. Body hair. Question about body hair. Body hair is weird. It's oddly uncomfortable to talk about, even though everybody has it. Huh. It's kind of like periods. Everybody's like, ew, periods. It's like every single person who was born with a vagina has a period. Why is that so weird to talk about? I don't know. So with body hair, I usually shave because I just don't like the feeling of body hair, except for my arms, because I find that really weird to shave your arms, but some people do it and it's, to me, really strange. I usually shave my legs, I usually shave my, you know, armpits, because I find that like really unattractive in my opinion. That being said though, from the month of November last year, 2016, to February of this year, 2017, I did not shave, and damn, my hair got long. I did shave my armpits, but I didn't shave my legs, and damn, I did not know my hair could get that long. And that's just because it was winter and no one needed to see my legs, so yeah. I'm a bit more kind of like, you know, whatever about it now. I used to be more like, I can't, I must shave every day. And now I'm more like, whatever. This has to do with more makeup, but whatever, it's still technically hair. I fill in my eyebrows because also I don't wax my eyebrows anymore. I used to wax them, but I don't anymore. But I do still fill them in because I look weird without eyebrows, and plus it makes me look more masculine when I have my eyebrows filled and they look really thick and stuff. Thick. And then with my hair, because this is technically still body hair, I will wash it. I use keratin shampoo and conditioner, and then I leave the conditioner in longer, obviously. And then when I get out of the shower, I put in argan oil, and I let it just sit there for a little bit and let it kind of dry until it's damp. And then I will put in Noodle Head, which is a spray, and that will make my curls curl instead of frizz. So that's what I do. That is my hair routine. So I occasionally do my makeup, just like my everyday makeup. I just will occasionally be like, I'm gonna wear eyeliner today. That was a weird sound. I'll wear eyeliner, why not? Usually that's how it is just eyeliner. Tomorrow, most likely, I'll be wearing a nice blouse and I'll put on some eyeshadow and eyeliner, which is gonna be weird because now that I'm doing like the every other day kind of thing, I'm used to rubbing my eye. So like when I wear makeup, I'm like, don't rub your eye, don't rub your eye, don't do it, don't do it. It's really hard not to. Occasional, for every day, it'll be like, once or twice a week. But then for formal, if I am leaning to more feminine look, I will always wear makeup, always. But that is also occasional. Like me dressing fully feminine is very occasional. Have you ever been misgendered? So funny story, being agender and talking about misgendering is like, you know, you're always gonna get misgendered. No one's gonna assume, oh, that person must be agender. because that's not how my gender works. So I don't usually count people assuming my gender. Did you just assume my gender? I don't care if you assume if I'm a boy or a girl. If you assume I'm a guy, I'm like, damn, I look good then. But I don't care whether you assume I'm a guy or a girl. What people usually do is like, are you trans? I'm not trans. I'm not transitioning. I'm not anything. I'm not trans. I am agender. How do you deal with your dysphoria? So this question is asking about dysphoria. So dysphoria is like dysmorphia, if you know what that is. Dysmorphia is a hate of your body and how it looks in the sense of style, I guess you could say, like what's trending. Like right now, thick is trending. Dysphoria is similar. It's a hatred towards your body, but it's towards specific spots of your body that doesn't match up to how you perceive yourself. So for an example, so an FTM is a female to male. That's what FTM stands for. So if an FTM still has their chest, that usually causes them a form of dysphoria because guys don't have boobs. And so having breasts is dysphoric to them. It doesn't match up to how they see themselves. So I do have some dysphoria. Dysphoria for me would be my chest and would be my hair. My hair is my big dysphoria. Chest not so much, everything else not so much. It's my hair that's my big dysphoria. For a long time I had it long and straight. It was like about to like here, and I'd always straighten it because my hair is naturally really curly. And that's just, I couldn't be the person, I couldn't look like the person I wanted to be without looking really cringy. And like trying to hide my hair under a beanie and stuff and just looking really nasty. And it caused me a lot of dysphoric kind of feeling because I couldn't look neutral. The long hair made my face look very feminine, made my body shape look very feminine, because that's just what it did to my body. And then I cut it in January. You can see that video right here. And so when I did that, I had a wave of emotion. I literally went to therapy right after I cut my hair, like the same day I had a therapy appointment, and I talked to my therapist about it. I'm like, I feel like I messed up. I feel like I made a mistake because all of a sudden I really missed my long hair. So right now I do get dysphoric about my hair and its length because sometimes I do want to look a little more feminine. And so sometimes I wish I had my long hair so I can, like, you know, rock my body. But the amount of times I feel dysphoric about not having long hair versus when I did have long hair and wanting short hair, the amount of times I feel dysphoric has gone down substantially. So I don't get as dysphoric anymore. I get like the occasional like, oh, I kind of miss my long hair, and then it's gone. So thank God I cut my hair. That's it. And then my chest, I'm trying to get that fixed. You know, I'm trying to get a binder and I can't afford it. It's so expensive, but I'm saving up for one, so it's all good. So I'll be fixing that soon. So this question's asking about having children, and so I think I'm a little young. Oh my God, this voice crack is so funny. Oh my goodness. I'm losing my voice. This is great. So I think I'm a little young to determine right now whether or not I want kids in the future. I probably will eventually. Right now I don't, because I find kids really overwhelming. I do babysit and I can only handle kids for an hour, if that. So, and it always depends on the kids. And when you give birth to a child, it's always like, you know, it's a gamble. What kind of kid are you gonna get? Are you gonna give birth to a kid that's a psycho, or are you gonna give birth to a kid that's like, you know, cool? Like, it's a gamble. You don't know what you're gonna get when you give birth to a child, because it has to do with a lot of parenting, like, you know, raising your child the right way, but also it has to do with how their you know, mental state and network was developed in you. So that's, yeah. It's a gamble. I don't like gambling. And it also asks, like, would I like to carry the child? So I do have a uterus. That means I am able to conceive my own child and carry it in me. And I find that extremely stressful. The anticipation of 9 months until immense pain, and then this child that you have to raise for 18 years. Can't do that. Probably will have a mental breakdown by the end of it. So I probably won't want to carry a child because I don't like pain and I can't handle that kind of anxiety and stress about leading up to the pain. So I probably won't carry a child, but you know, I'll probably want a child in the future. I don't know. It's all up in the air. I'm too young to decide this. I don't even know how money works in the real world. Which brings me to the next question. Would you like to provide with your family? Which is, I don't know how money works in the adult world, so who knows? Okay, so now we're on to 3 questions that I have chosen from you guys, which is, when did you figure out your identity was different from that? So I started questioning my identity freshman year of high school. That's when I started questioning everything, and I went to kind of like an identity crisis. It was, oh my god. I started questioning sexuality 7th grade, and then I went into questioning everything else 9th grade, and it was just like, here, think about those, and I'm like, no, please stop. But I figured it out. No, I didn't figure it out 9th grade. I didn't figure out my gender until like last year. That's when I started questioning it and wanting to identify with something else, but I can now think back farther to when I started associating with a different gender and not really realizing it. And I would say that started around late 3rd grade. I can remember back when I was like 9, my mom and I were at this thing, I don't remember what it was, but I asked her, we were on our way to our car because we forgot something, and I asked her, hey, let's have fun. Like, I didn't say this, but I'm like, hey, let's have fun. This is my internal monologue. And then I asked her, can you pretend that I'm your son for the night? And she looked at me, she went like, no, why? And I'm like, oh, okay, that's whatever. And that was the first time I had ever asked someone to refer to me as something other than my sex, which was, I wanted to be referred to as a male. Just because I wanted to. I didn't really, it was more of like a fun game that I wanted to try to see if I could convince people. One person actually thought I was my mom's son, and that's where this kind of started. But I really wanted to see if I could convince people that I was a guy. And she said that she wouldn't do it, and I was really disappointed. But that's where it all started, I think, was around late 3rd grade or early 4th grade kind of idea. So that's when it started for me. That means I was like 9, 8.5, 9. That's when I started not questioning, but like disassociating with female. Do you get a lot of hate? So I don't, but I blame the fact that my my space, my community right now, my following is really small in comparison to other people who do get more hate than me. So that's why I don't feel like I get a lot of hate. I do get hate though. Not so much like you're stupid or like what you're doing, like how you believe is wrong or something like that. It's more people just saying like, you're not this, you are this. Sometimes they're wrong. Sometimes they're like, you're not a girl, stop wearing makeup. And I'm like, I have a vagina. You're wrong, but thanks for the compliment. But a lot of the time people actually see through that and they're like, you're a girl. And I just get this randomly. Like, I'll just get somebody commenting on one of my things going, you're a girl. And I'm like, is that supposed to like hurt me or something? Cause like, I'm not, but I don't care that that's what you're thinking. Like, I don't get that kind of hate. Like, hate to me, I'll make a whole video on this if you guys want. Let me know in the comments. I handle hate really well. I'm not going to tell you what kind of hate I can't handle because then people are going to use it against me because I'm paranoid. No, because I just know that people can find this in the future and use it against me. So I'm not going to tell you right now what kind of hate actually bugs me, but like hate does not bug me. It's because people are just like sitting there on their screen and they're probably a lot younger than me and going like, you're a girl. And I'm like, well, f you. Are you happy with your gender? So right now I am content with the way I identify and the way I present myself and stuff like that. There are a few things I would like to change, but I am perfectly content with me. Again, there are a few times where I look at myself when I had long hair and I go like, I was a lot prettier back then. And then I have to think like, no, I was prettier, but was I happier? And the answer is no, I was not. I was not happier when I had my longer hair. And I was not happier when I looked more feminine and I looked pretty. I'm now happier this way. And that's what I have to remind myself sometimes. And so, yes, I am happy with the way I am. That's just some food for thought. Leave your opinions in the comments below. If you see any hate down there, ignore it. I will handle it. And so also, let me know if you want to see a how I deal with hate video. Let me know if you want to see a sexuality Q&A, because I can answer that too. Let me know these things. Let me know what kind of video I should do next. If you like this video, like it, because what else would you do? If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can click right here. If you want to see my latest video, you can click right there. And yeah, let people live. Okay. Peace out, bitches. Bye.